When I look at social media, all I see is Lakers, 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 and more Lakers, Lakers in 5. But I feel like this is low-key a bad matchup. And before Lakers fans dislike bomb my video, just hear me out and then let me know your thoughts below. I don't even know who I'm picking so far, but my point is I think it's going to be a much tougher series than most are letting on. So let me get into it. First off, I think everyone just naturally has a bad taste in their mouth when they think of the Minnesota Timberwolves because they started off so bad. But quietly, they are arguably one of the hottest teams in the NBA. In the last 20 games, they have a 16-4 record, first in offensive rating, 11th in defensive rating, and 4th in net rating. And during that stretch, they also are second in rebounding percentage. Meanwhile, in the last 20 games, the Lakers are 20th in rebounding percentage. If the Lakers get dominated on the glass, it could swing a game or more. The Lakers only have one playable center on the roster, Jackson Hayes, who has been great for them overall, but I expect them to heavily rely on small ball lineups like they have for most of the Luka era. However, their starting lineup has been less reliable as the season has gone on with Jackson Hayes. In the last 20 games with him in the starting unit, it has a negative 3.5 net rating. And even worse, their second most played lineup with Jackson Hayes has a negative 18 net rating. Meanwhile, the starting lineup of the T-Wolves is on fire as of late. Post All-Star break, Conley, Edwards, McDaniels, Randall, and Gobert have a plus 11.5 net rating while dominating the glass and defensively. I wouldn't be surprised if the T-Wolves keep it close or even get off to fast starts for this very reason. Now, the Lakers' best weapon during the Luka era has been their small ball lineup, like I mentioned. Luka, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Rui Hachimura, and Dorian Finney-Smith. 137.7 offensive rating, 113.5 defensive rating. Once again, I think some form of this small ball lineup will be their best option. I'm definitely expecting the T-Wolves to struggle against this lineup because it's been working against everyone. But overall, the T-Wolves, unlike other teams, have options. I mean, they have Julius Randle and Naz Reid. They can both play the center position. You can tag team them as well. That can help them match it. Most teams don't have the luxury that they have. Either they have to stick with a 5 that can't stretch out to the perimeter, or they have to downsize. Therefore, the battle on the boards is even. But with Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they can keep their size advantage over that group pretty much. And Minnesota, quote unquote, has a small ball lineup that has been working throughout the year. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante DiVincenzo, Ant Edwards, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid in 188 minutes throughout the year have a 131.4 offensive rating, 119.3 defensive rating, plus 12.1 net rating. I'm telling you, the key to beating the Lakers is beating this small ball lineup. So get this. In wins for the Lakers post All-Star break, that small ball lineup is the most played lineup for them, plus 27.9 net rating in wins. But in losses, the Jackson Hayes lineup is their most played lineup. And the small ball lineup has a negative net rating in losses. So the T-Wolves' size and versatility that they have on the team, they can maybe slow down that unit. They have options too, for sure. They could try Randall and Reid together. They could go with just Reid or just Randall at the center position. They have options unlike other teams. I truly think the key for Minnesota is to force the Lakers to go big in big moments. My overall point is, if the Lakers win this series with ease, I guarantee you it will be because they are cooking with that small ball unit or some form of it. Doesn't have to be the exact lineup I mentioned above. Definitely let me know your thoughts on all of that, but that's a big key for me moving into this series. But on top of that, playing devil's advocate for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards is a stone cold killer. 3 years in the playoffs, he's averaging 27.8 points per game while shooting 48% from the field and 39% from 3 on 8 attempts per game. But you can make an argument he's even better than he was before. He has improved as a three-point shooter off the dribble. He's arguably the best player in that situation. And also, his playmaking in the second half of the year has been taken to another level. The Lakers, when they first got Luka, were playing elite defense. It was carrying them. But in the last 20 games, they are ranked 21st in defensive rating. They are going to double team him to make the others beat them. The problem with that, Jaden McDaniels has been a playoff riser as a shooter. Regular season, 34% from three, but in the playoffs, 44% from three on 3 attempts per game for his T-Wolves career. Naz Reid, 37% three-point shooter in the playoffs. Dante DiVincenzo last year shot 42% in the playoffs. Mike Conley with the T-Wolves, 40% in the playoffs for 2 seasons. They have shooters who have shown up in years past. So if you want to take it out of Ant Edwards' hands, he's going to give it to them and they may make you pay. But not only that, even if you do double team Ant, he's still going to find a way to put up 25 plus efficiently. And with the Lakers' inconsistent defense, I fear that Ant Edwards has the capability of really taking over like he did in the past against Denver's porous defense. Now, I have 2 big issues for Minnesota that I've conveniently been hiding. One, I don't believe in Julius Randle. I think JJ Redick is smart enough to funnel shots to him, but also allow him to ISO. A career 34% shooter in the playoffs so far into appearances. But if he does have a good series, that could really swing it in Minnesota's favor, because I think the Lakers' game plan will be to give him all the opportunity in the world if it means less Ant Edwards. Number 2 is, of course, Luka has owned the Timberwolves. He owned them last season. It was his best series in that finals run, but low-key, Luka does not look the same as last season, so I think he could be due for a letdown series. That's just my opinion, though. However, if he continues that, I don't really think Minnesota stands a chance. It's that plain and simple. But like I said, Lakers Luka consistently hasn't been the same as last year's Luka, so we will have to wait and see. Overall, I want to hear all your thoughts below on everything I said. I thought it'd be a fun video idea since all I'm seeing is Lakers this, Lakers that. They're going to cook the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I'm like, well, I think it's going to be a longer series than people expect. But honestly, I can make an argument for pretty much any Western Conference team. And honestly, it's what I enjoy to do. So I thought it'd be a good time. Leave a like and subscribe. Have yourself a great day and peace out.